Girl, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, did you know this?
Oh my God, Shani Lavalier Nicole. Shani Lavalier Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the screen, the vibe is bold. Shani Lavalier Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and poise. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shani Lavalier Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, Shani Lavalier Nicole. Oh yeah, Shani Lavalier Nicole. Everywhere. Shally Lavania Nicole, oh yeah. Grown talk vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.
Hey, girlfriend.
Hey,
How you doing,
Yes, what's up, everybody? Welcome to I'm Feel to That Fire with Shelly Live and Leah Nicole.
We are here, y'all. We
We're
are
here, y'all.
today.
Yes.
Today, we are talking about something heavy.
Yes.
We are talking about something that needs to be talked about. I'm going to say to those that are tuning in, we're going to show some pretty graphic content
Yes.
that may piss a lot of people off, but we're going to show it just so just understand that the videos that we're going to play today are a little graphic on some of the scenes. What sparked this conversation was the things we don't talk about anymore, the silent crisis, signs we can no longer ignore.
Yes.
So everybody has heard about the lady Kashonda Hutter that was jumped by the kids in Chicago. Everybody knows the story. Everybody knows what happened because it's been airing on every social media platform. Everybody has been looking, reading about it, talking about it. Is the most talked about thing on social media right now. So today we are talking about the silent crisis, the signs that we can no longer ignore. Because listen, what I'm seeing on social media, what I'm seeing in these homes, what I'm seeing in these schools is not just kids acting out. It's kids being taught, kids being coached, kids being ignored. And then we wonder why they are breaking down right in front of us. Children don't just wake up one day wanting to be violent, hateful, and disrespectful. Somebody planted the seed, somebody watered it, and somebody recorded it for likes. And today we're calling it out. No filter, no fear, no excuse. This is the silent crisis and the signs we keep ignoring.
Absolutely. Very important topic.
Yeah. What are your thoughts about the young lady that what was it, like 14 kids that jumped on her and her kids?
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely horrible. It was horrible. My heart was, I was broken to see that. Very disturbing to see that video. It was like, wow. I'm like, kids jumping on this woman right here. I'm like, no, she was pregnant by herself with her children. They were just walking. I'm like, that was the most horrific thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah.
And it was horrible. And then these kids are really learning to disrespect adults.
Adults.
This generation is different. Because back in my, go ahead.
Actually, the lady, everybody thought she was pregnant. She actually has sickle cell.
Oh, she has sickle cell. Okay.
Yeah, she has sickle cell, and that's what causes her to swell like that. So she's not pregnant. She just has that stomach.
Okay.
But you're right. Kids have absolutely become ridiculous.
Yes.
Parents have become, I think the problem is it does start at home. And I'm sure that by the end of this episode, there'll be someone that'll jump on here and say, oh, y'all, it ain't perfect and my kids ain't. And some of the footage that we're going to show of people that coach their kids, they probably will have backlash after seeing this show after it airs. But I'm the one, I'm very unfiltered and I really don't care what people think, because I think that if you don't bring awareness to something,
right,
it's never going to be talked about.
Absolutely.
people need to hear and understand you can't keep sweeping things under the rug and thinking the situation's going to get better. So
Right.
I'm going to play a little piece. I don't want to play this whole video because it was horrible. I'm going to play a couple of clips of a different situations of different children doing different things.
Yes.
As we play them, we're going to talk about each piece of this. So this show is going to be going a little different today because I want y'all to see the things that are happening and parents that are coaching their kids to do just stupid stuff.
Right.
And I think social media has made it where every parent doesn't even care what their kids are doing anymore.
Oh,
Do you
yes.
thing where they lock the kid in the bathroom and they say any curse words you want to say while the door's closed?
Yeah.
Have the
Oh,
little kid in the
yeah.
bathroom just saying, you motherfucker, you, and the parents will come in there and say, did you get all the curse words out? Like
Thinking that shit is cute.
thinking it's cute, right?
Right.
But that's what you're training your kid to do.
Right.
That's the training that you're giving your kid. That's what you're saying. It's okay for you to cuss behind this closed door, but then
Right.
the minute you do it in front of you in public, you want to slap the child and say, don't disrespect me.
Right.
Taught it the behavior.
Right.
Saying. So I think those are some of the things that I want to point at as we play different clips of different children and things that they're really being taught.
Right.
So this first video, of course, is of the mother that was jumped, and I think social media has seen this.
Right.
Come on, blood. Shamar looking at. Shamar. Come here. What you want, Shamar? Foot. Shamar, foot. What you want, Shamar? Shamar looking at. Come on. Look at them ankles, blood. Shamar looking at.
Junior,
Julia.
bitch.
Hey, foot. Don't touch my brother, foot.
Oh, hell no, those ankle ashy as fuck.
Look at them bitches, Greg. Crackhead. Other bitches, Mar. Both of them. Both of them. Oh my God,
The little kids in them, not the big kids. The big kids not touching them.
I'm saying,
The little
what?
I was gonna smash that bitch on my brother. Damn! Crack! Damn!
So I'm going to stop it there because that's graphic.
It is.
This is not behaviors that a kid just wakes up and has.
Absolutely
You
not.
know what I'm saying? A kid don't wake up and just know how to say F you, you stupid this, you dumb hoe, a kid don't know that. A kid is taught the way that they're taught.
It's definitely learned behavior.
That is definitely learned behavior. And people would say, oh, they're from the projects, they didn't have a good home, they don't have a good life, all these things, but you choose, you have choices, even in the projects, even in the suburbs, you have choices. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to become the projects because you're in them.
Right.
You don't have to become the suburbs because you're in the suburbs.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
A lot of people who grow up in the suburbs and in the projects, and they still have respect, have manners for adults and everything. So there's absolutely no excuse.
How many times do you go to, you hear a teacher that's petrified to teach her students because the kids in the class are aggressive, and now the teachers are afraid to teach the students that are jumping on the teachers, and then the mamas and the fathers come to the school and want to jump on the teacher instead of disciplining their kid.
Oh, that very often. That happens very often. When kids, even when I was back in school, kids was disrespecting the teachers and everything, and then you want to have the parent come and cuss the teacher out and everything, but don't want to correct your child's behavior. being disrespectful and stuff like that. That happens very often. I've seen kids videos where kids have thrown things, desk at teachers, put their hands on teachers and everything and stuff like that. Kids can be very, very disrespectful to teachers and everything. That's why, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, it's a shortage of good teachers. And
when I was growing up, you used to get paddled in the school by the principal.
Right.
It seems like when they started taking things out of the school, they used to have prayer, they took that out. They used to have the Pledge of Allegiance, they took that out. It was so many things that they used to have, but back then it was structure.
Right.
You couldn't just come to the school and just want to clown out, wild out, and cuss out the teacher. You didn't go home with consequences.
Right.
But what happened is babies started having babies,
Mm-hmm.
and then the babies started having babies, and the babies they still want to party.
Right.
So now the kids are now their best friends, and then you have the lonely mothers that are in their 40s and 30s, and their lives are gone. So they live through their children.
Right.
So they do things because they want to be loved and liked by their kids. Instead of slapping a child in his mouth and saying, you don't say no curse words, you only this age old. You have kids that are 1, 2, 3, 4 cursing and they're in diapers.
Right. Absolutely.
Now here's
videoing it, thinking it, and then I like it just bothers me when I see it on social media. Like you actually are videoing this, recording it, thinking that it's cute and thinking that it's funny, and people are liking it, laughing, and I'm like, what is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with y'all? This is the new norm.
This is the new norm for people. You can't, the law has taken it out of your hand to discipline your own child. So what do the parents do? They dive in. You see what I'm saying? I tell my kids all the time, I ain't your friend. I'm going to knock your teeth down your throat and then take you to where I got to take you to after I knock them down your throat. Because if you're going to tell me how to take my child and what to do with it, I'm going to pack my child up, I'm going to drop it off in front of your courthouse and say, you deal with it. Because what you're telling me is my child's going to be like these kids you got running in these videos. Right. These kids, all of them. And I think every single one of them should face some type of charge.
I do too.
Something. Sit them in juvenile for about 2-3 months. Let them go in there and be really bullied by big bullies.
I was about to say, because I tell you what, they'll never do that shit ever again. They'll never do it again.
They can be scared straight. Because you remember they used to have a program called Scared Straight, where you take kids, take them to the prison, make them prisoners, drill it in their head. This ain't the life you want.
Right.
And if you want it so bad, you're going to get it eventually.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Chicago done did all these great things for these kids. Now, here's what the mother said. The mother said, this just aired out the other day. She said, I'm so drained emotionally. I had to watch my son get slammed on the ground while they were banging my head into the concrete. He was trying his best, but he was terrified. They snatched my daughter's baby hair out. She's hollering. There's 6 of y'all. Some people, and I'm going to skip past some of this stuff, because what she said was, how could the people that's on the app, that's on Facebook, social media, that was coming after her saying that she allowed it? Basically, they were saying, you allowed it. You should have been able to do something to help your kids. You should have been able, the finger pointing. It's those parents where you point the finger all the time and you say, you should have done something. You could have done something, because that's probably how you train your kid. You see what I'm saying? The ones that speak out, you know who they are very quickly, because the ones that's going to speak out is going to be the ones that be the parents that be sitting on the sideline in the school, rolling their eyes at the teacher saying, my kid ain't the one. I'm finna pop off and I'm finna.
Right, absolutely.
It's absolutely
that's very disgusting and distasteful and everything. Yes, like it's just, like I said, it's crazy to me how it's like we really are just, it's just I can't, because it's really crazy to me how kids like I said, if they went, but I bet you if they butts went to jail and they got treated like that, they'll learn real quick.
Consequences.
We'll never do it again. We'll never do it again.
Consequences.
Hope she gets justice.
This is the footage that aired today in Chicago. This is what happened in Chicago.
She's clearly still struggling. And ever since this video went viral, Cheryl, there has been an outcry about bullying, concern about bullying, the need for grown-ups to pay attention about complaints of bullying. Also, there has been an outpouring of support for the victims of this attack. This is not how she says she wants the world to see her. Her son was being bullied. Sometimes, she says, older kids would follow him home.
2 years and they have not done a thing. If they see me coming towards the school, they will run or to the... I thank God for those people. I never felt this much love in the world.
Deputy Mayor Gary Gatewood tells us that CPS is investigating what happened here. When did they know about it? What did they know? And how something like this could have been prevented. CPD.
The mother said 2 years.
Wow.
2 years. And no one did nothing.
No one did nothing. Hi, Bishop.
No one did nothing, right? You just, okay, it's okay. Now I'm going to play something even disturbing than that.
Okay.
And I'm just going to play clips of this stuff.
I'm gonna kill you.
You gonna kill your mom?
Yes.
And you're gonna go to jail for a very long time. Stop. Let my daughter go.
No.
Let her go.
No.
Let my daughter go.
No. You guys won't let me go, so no.
Let her go.
No.
Let her go. Let her go. Let her go.
Never stop.
Facebook. We've been dealing with this for 8 years.
Has taken his own life after months of bullying by his own teacher. Louis Johnson was in 5th grade at Legacy Elementary School in Ocala. According to a lawsuit filed by his parents, it is alleged that his teacher, Donna White, repeatedly called him stupid in front of the class. Students say she would humiliate Louis really often and that other students would join in bullying. His parents claim they raised the issue with school officials multiple times, but nothing changed. The abuse allegedly continued for months and left unchecked. On April 27th last year, Louis went with his father to work, then came home. While his dad stepped outside, Louis took the handgun his father left on the kitchen counter and shot himself. He died 2 days later in the hospital. An internal report later revealed that White had a pattern of verbally abusing students. She was...
Now, that's another situation. This lady came online and she said, Facebook, help me.
Right.
This little boy's temper was so bad. And they're saying, hey, I'm dealing with this. I don't know what to do with this.
Right.
What do you think a kid could be that angry for?
That's what I want to know. Like, where is all of that coming from? First of all, he needs some serious counseling.
Mm-hmm.
He needs some serious counseling because he's gonna grow up, thinking he gonna do that, thinking he can go around putting his hands on adults, everything. He's gonna go to jail thinking that shit is okay. He needs serious counseling. He needs help.
Counseling.
I really, that definitely is some type of, he was triggered somewhere
in there. But even so bad, it later on in the scene, he bites his mother.
Yes.
He bites her. He bit her into her skin, and then she started to fight him back. Now, you fight a kid back, there's laws. You know, that's how the laws work. You hit your kid, it's not good. You're supposed to let your kid beat the hell out of you, though, and don't do nothing. So you see what I'm saying? The law has taken things away from you as a parent. It's saying, don't do this, but no. Don't do it like that. You know, you can discipline, but don't discipline too hard. That's kind of right. It's kind of how it works. It's kind of like
which I think is BS. I think it's BS. You telling me how I can and can't discipline my child. I know now a spanking is considered abuse.
If you don't hit them directly on the behind, right? You got to hit them directly behind. If you don't hit them directly on the behind, it's considered abuse.
Wow. That's crazy.
So it's all these things that lead to things like these violent active kids acting out, these kids, but then also it starts from home. Now here's another disturbing, very, very disturbing video.
Who told you to go the fuck outside? No, because you shouldn't have to go outside. Every time when I say what I'm supposed to say again, but not on the camera, you over here saying, don't worry about it. And what's for? I'm just trying to say what I'm supposed to say.
She's telling her mama, wow, I'm trying to say what you asked me to say.
Right.
So in the first video, the mom was definitely laughing and thinking it's a joke, and she's cussing out the little baby children because it was little other smaller children in that video. And the sister that's probably 7 is cussing out the 2 and 4-year-olds look like, and saying all these lovely words as the mother videotapes and laughs. And then on the following video, the little girl says, hey, I'm saying what you told me to say. Wow. I'm doing what you told me to do. So that's why it says the parents are coaching these kids.
Yes, absolutely.
To be monsters, basically.
Pretty much. I read somewhere online when I was doing a little bit of research that says here that boys are more likely to use physical aggression, but girls are more likely to use psychological and verbal domination.
Mm-hmm. And that's absolutely true.
Right.
That's absolutely true. Because you got to think, if a kid sits in the house, and a lot of times kids that bully other kids, there's a 98% chance that it's something going on in their house that's causing them to act like the bully.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They're bullying because there's something that they're lacking at home. And the only way they know how to be seen and to be heard is to come after other people that are less than they are.
Right.
Absolutely. Now you go, see what I'm saying? So that's really how it works. It's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna bully you because I'm getting tormented at my house. And at school, I can be who I want to be.
I can be who I want to be. Everything, whether they're not getting enough attention, or they're just, or the parents is that, like I said, they're learning that behavior directly from their parents. So
then the final video, which is absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh Lord.
What do you want to be when you grow up?
A murderer, because I like killing. My brain tells me if I like killing or not. I like killing because when I first watched my grown-up killing show, myself started to like killing, and then my brain started to telling me what to do with killing in it. So I like murders and I like killing in my life. I'm gonna kill everybody in the world except them.
He want to kill everybody.
I was about to say too. Also, you know what else? What else too? It's learned behavior, but then it's also these movies and these shows and everything and stuff like that too, that parents just let their children just up and watch you up here, just letting your children just watch anything and everything, whatever, thinking that that's okay. Those certain movies and certain shows are not okay for children. They're just meant for adults. So parents need to understand that as well. You don't just let your children just watch whatever and stuff on. You need to monitor. You have to monitor what your kids are doing on social media, what they're watching, and everything, stuff like that. Him thinking that it's okay for murders. He's seen some type of show or some type of show where he thinks that shit is okay.
He said, my murderer shows that I watch. That's what that man said. He said, my murderer shows. So that means I got some murderer shows that I'm watching on TV that my mama's probably in the kitchen and don't even, and okay with me watching the X-Files and Snapped and because it's a learned behavior. And he said in his mind, this little boy said, in my mind, I done killed people already. I didn't visualize it in my mind of how to kill people except my mama and daddy.
Wow. Oof. Oh my God. Like it's
and
just like I said,
no more than about 6.
I was about to say a 6-year-old talking about murdering, learning how learning how to murder people. That is, ooh.
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
They need to get on top of that now with him. Now.
And that's if the parent takes
Right.
it serious. And the teacher was just asking the question, like, hey, you know, what you want to be when you grow up? Now, I'm sure when he opened his mouth and said that, she probably was like, what in the world is going on? But that is how little baby serial killers are born. You know, they have it in their mind. You shouldn't want to just, you know, even like, you know, people thought I was wrong when I said I didn't want my daughter playing Roblox. Now look at all the cases people got against Roblox. Why? Because they mamas, you give your child the phone, you take your phone and you give it to your child because you want your child not to bother you. Take the phone and go over there in the corner. Your child is scrolling on everything in your life in that phone. Everything you done did is in that phone. That child's just
Exactly.
Picking out
not monitoring what your kids are doing and not monitoring what your kids are doing.
Yeah, and they think and they go, oh, you know what? I'm gonna watch this on my mama phone.
Right.
There's a little kid. There's a lawsuit going out now that a little boy was playing Roblox, mentally messed him up at the age of 6 because a 39-year-old predator was on the phone telling the little boy, take off your clothes, take pictures of your private part. And then the mother finally got a hold to the computer, saw all this stuff going down. But the little boy is 14 now and completely messed up in the mind.
Right. Let me say this too. Not only to the kids, the kids that are being bullied and everything, like you said, I think the parents should get some type of punishment too. Of those kids that were bullying that woman and the bullies and stuff like that, the parents only need to get some type of punishment too. You need to go to jail right along or face charges right along with them and everything too. Because
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Valon
said.
Valon said, amen, ladies. Some parents say, do as I say and not as I do. This can't work for kids, parents not leading by example. Proverbs 22:6. Train up a child in the way it go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. God's golden rule.
Amen. Amen.
Train the kid on what you want. Like I said, behaviors are learned.
Exactly.
Kareem said, what they see is what is imprinted in their mindset. And Kareem, I could not agree with you more. Hey, Jay, how you doing? I couldn't agree with you. Kids is even like a baby. When a baby come out and a baby's of age, it cannot talk.
Right.
You're training it everything. So everything that baby see you do, everything that baby you don't do, that baby already know if I do this, I can get away with it.
Right.
I do this, well, my mommy does this, so let me try that too.
Right.
And let me do this too. You see what I'm saying? So it's learned behaviors. If you're a mother and you all over the place and you sleeping with multiple men, and your kid, your daughter, and your kids see people coming in and out, everybody, they daddy all day long, they confused. What do you think their life looks like? What do you think you line them up to do in their life? You can't scale it out and scale it back. You see what I'm saying? You have to, it has to be some type of something.
Right.
Some type of accountability, something that you say, I'm not your friend. I'm not your partner. I'm not your bra. You hear kid, I be want to slap kids in their mouth. I'm talking slap their head off when I hear people say that to me. Oh, bra. The hell?
Yeah.
I'm 53 years old. I wish you would call me bra.
Right. And then another thing too, I want to say, like, even if you're not teaching the kids and everything, kids pick up behavior from other kids at school too. When they cussing and thinking shit is funny and cussing and stuff, like kids pick up behavior from other kids too. So when you see your child picking up bad habits and stuff that they got from school, you get on top of that immediately. You get on top of that immediately. You correct that behavior immediately. You don't just, that's what I'm saying. Because like kids get it from other kids too.
Yeah, no, they do.
Not just parents.
And also, kids also go along to be in the crowd.
Right.
They don't want to be left out. They don't want to be picked at. So they jump in the pit with the people that's doing the wrong.
Yep.
They don't want to. They don't want to be called out, called a name. So now they act like and behave like the children that are doing the wrong, because they're like, well, at least now I'm being liked.
Exactly. Yep.
Like me now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard. But the thing is, do we fault the parents that are teaching them? When do we say It ain't okay, parents.
Right.
That's not cute. It ain't cute that your kid is cussing at 1
Right.
and got a pull up on. It ain't cute that your kid know how to shoot a bird at 7 months.
I was about to say.
It's not cute. Who taught them? Who taught them how to do it? And when you first saw it, did you pop their hand and say you don't do that, or did you go, "Oh, my baby just shot a bird"?
Right.
Because that's typically how it goes. They
Yes.
take a video, they make it cute, they be like, "Oh, my baby." I've seen numerous of videos cross my timeline with babies that is in pull-ups, literally barely talking, and can call you every MF in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I see videos of children grinding on other children, grinding like adults on other children as the parents and the adults are in the room videotaping the kids grinding on another child.
Yep.
And they think that's good behavior.
Exactly. And what kills me too is they know how to cuss. You know every rap song. You know all the violent TV shows, but you don't know how to read.
Can't read a
book. Don't know how to do fractions. Don't know how to do timetables.
Don't know how to do nothing. It's dumb as a box of beans.
But you can go out really and put your hands on people and put your hands on thinking you big and bad. Put your hands on people. Put your hands and disrespect adults. You don't know how to read and don't do none of that. None of that. That's what kills me.
And it's crazy. And they, I hear parents say, "Oh, they just a baby." My baby was a baby too, and I can guarantee you there was things she just knew not to do. You see what I'm saying? Right. You're not going to tell me, "Oh, that's just a kid being a kid." People say a baby is 1, so they should do certain thing. A baby turns 2, and they're supposed to be extra bad because they're now the terrible 2s. So behaviors are overlooked because they're 2. No, you whoop their ass at 2, and they'll learn at 3 not to do what they did at 2. You see what I'm saying? But no, parents have structured this thing by the way of the world, and they go, "Oh, well, my kid is 1, they're supposed to do this. Oh, my kid is 2, they're supposed to act like that. Now they're 3, they're supposed to do like this." No, your kid learns what you teach them.
Exactly. That's when it comes into play, teaching your kid from right from wrong. It don't have nothing to do with them being a baby and this or this cute or they're terrible too. No.
You talk to a child like it's a fool, it's gonna act like a fool.
Act like a fool.
You can't pick up a book and read a book to your child, but your child can rap Cardi B's whole entire song, and you don't find your child can barely know her own damn name, stuttering in 3rd grade, can't read nothing, and you don't know why. Why? Because all she know is, run me some money, my money, big red, big sexy, because that's what you playing, that's what you teach.
Exactly.
Them. And then you give them the phone and say, "Hey, scroll so I can do what I need to do. I don't have to worry about what you're doing because you're scrolling."
Yeah, not being mindful of what your kids are listening to on the radio and in the songs and stuff too, because like even certain songs, certain things like just inappropriate for children their age should not be listened to. Certain, you know what's inappropriate and what's inappropriate for a child. Inappropriate and inappropriate. Come on.
You could go on social media, TikTok, Facebook, but any platform you want, and pull up kids, and you will see kids dancing to all kinds of rap songs with the most worst language in it. Don't even know when the song Water came out, and I'm not taking nothing from Tyler, love her down, but the song came out, "Make me sweat, make me water." Little kids didn't know what that was. They didn't know what that was. They didn't know she was talking about having sex and she really wanted to see. They didn't know that, but the parents knew.
Right.
And the parents was teaching the kids how to do the dance. Well, you do the dance because it's cute. Make me sweat, make me water.
Right.
And in the kids' mind, they have no idea what they're dancing to.
Right.
But the parents, when are they accountable for the dumb stuff they teach their kid? If your kid is 1 and 2 and don't know they ABCs, you've done a dishonor to your child.
Right. Absolutely.
If your kid is going to kindergarten and they don't even know their colors, the basic colors, you've done an injustice to your child.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then these I'm not gonna lie, because you know TikTok is taking over. TikTok is even certain all these dance you touch on these dances and stuff like that. Certain stuff is like I shouldn't see child like 5-year-old children twerking and booty shaking. You shouldn't be twerking on booty shaking on social media.
Twerking.
thinking that that's cool.
Twerking, and then when your child go out here and it's young and it gets raped, then you want to holler why my child just got raped. But you got your child all over the internet dancing aggressively with grown men. What do you expect? What do you think predators do? A predator preys on little children that do things that make them get aroused.
Right. And let's talk about how they shouldn't even have social media until they get a certain age. Why are 5 and 7-year-olds and 8-year-olds and 10? Why do you have? What do you need with social media? With social media, what do you mean?
Out here doing what they do. You know, you got kids that be 6 and 5 and got cell phones, and I don't know who they call.
Right. I was about to say 6 and 5-year-old with a whole cell phone. What do you need with a cell phone?
Who are you calling?
Who are you calling?
I'm at work, so why are you calling me from school? So it's all, like I said, everything is all these learned behaviors. And then you have, you have the young parents, there's young girls having babies. Like I say that you have a mother, she'll have a daughter. The daughter will be 16, been and had about 4 kids. The mama done gave her 4 baby showers and she made all them good in her eyes. All the baby showers are good because you didn't gave me 4 kids before you turned 18. You see what I'm saying? That's how sad it is. Now you're a minor yourself trying to raise these babies. You don't have a clue. Your mama don't want to be bothered because she just raised you and your brothers. So she ain't trying to be bothered with these little bad kids that you done brought out in the world. So now they training themselves.
I was about to say. And since when did getting pregnant as a teenager, I know things happen. Some girls get raped and everything. I know. I was just saying, when did becoming a teenage moms, when did that become cute? Or
when mama started giving baby showers, that was bigger than enough. You give me one baby as a minor, and you think I'm gonna give you a baby shower? I wish my kids would have. They would have never got $1 or a dime. First of all, you got to learn how to be a mother. I had my baby. It wasn't like that. And I was a grown woman when I had mine. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to make it make sense. Your child is 13, 14, and then had a baby, and you giving it a baby shower. Well, you done told that child, it's okay, have another one.
Having another one.
I'm going to give you the biggest shower. You don't tell her that this is a life. This is going to be hard. This is going to wake up at night. This is going to cry. This is going to need diapers. This is going to need food. But what you tell her is, go after your baby daddy and let him give you child support. Go be on the government and be on a lot of food stamps and milk the government what you can. You see what I'm saying? So you all want to be mad, but we're going to talk about it because this is the thing that we need to talk about to make it make sense. You said make it make sense. You want to have your kid in Louis, Gucci, Versace, and they don't even earn it no more. They just
I was about to say,
half
kids come to school, first day of school, fly sneakers, fly jackets, shoes, no books, no papers, no pencils.
Oh, girl, nothing. They just at school. They done showed up. They show up, so dumb as a box of beans, but they show up. And you think it's cute. You think that the problem is you find something about this attractive. There are things in life that you have to earn. If you don't earn nothing, you just gonna think that life is a bowl of cherries, and it's not. It's not.
That's not the real world. That's not how things work in the real world. You have to earn your diamonds and everything. You have to work for what you have and everything. But that's the thing. That's the problem. People just handing it right out to them, making, and they so entitled, thinking that they don't have to work and think they don't have to go. They have to work for everything we have. We have to work. We have to work for everything we had. We didn't steal. We earned.
You had to get out here and get in, get in the McDonald's line and work the drive-through window and have some things going on if you wanted a pair of nice shoes. And back in the day, you earned stuff. You couldn't come home with a D and think you was going to get a whole Christmas tree full of toys. People, kids, bad at school to death, and then they have a Christmas tree full of stuff like they did something good and like they earned it. And when the mama came by, the kids cussing them out.
Right. And when I was growing up, we weren't allowed to have anything. We weren't allowed to come home with anything less than a B. And even then, we had to bring that B up to an A. Nothing less than a B. If my mom, we got anything less than a B, my mom was concerned with, I need to have a teacher conference. What's going on here? We need to pull out your words so we can go over it and everything. But kids that not like that, they don't go over work with it. You're not looking at your child's academics, not going over homework with them, not reading with them after they get done with the homework. As soon as you get done with the homework, you go straight to TV and go straight to the social media and everything and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. But look at these test scores and stuff like that.
The average kid, and I'm going to say the average Black one because it is the Black ones. The average Black child graduates high school and cannot read a book. Why? Because the teachers are tired, they're frustrated, so they just pass them along. They just pass them to get them out of their hair. And if you don't believe me, go to ChatGPT. The average kid that gets out of school cannot read on a second grade level because they're not taught how to. They just being bypassed. You know, you have a kid in your class that's bad all day long, cutting up. You don't want to be bothered as you just want that kid to get out your classroom as fast as you can get them out.
Right.
As fast as you can get them gone. That's how you want them gone.
Right.
So you just keep on moving them. You keep on moving them till they're out of your hair.
Right.
But it's sad. It's sad, and that is why today I said, you know, because today I was not going to do a show. I said, you know what? No, I'm going to do the show, and it's going to be people that's going to have something to say because people always have something to say.
Absolutely.
It's the world we live in. If you wouldn't be doing nothing good if somebody didn't have nothing to say. Just trust me, I tell you.
I'm glad that we brought awareness and we're doing this topic because it's not talked about enough, and it needs to be talked about because it's got to stop this behavior with these kids and everything. The way the bullying in the schools, it's got to stop and it's got to end. So, if we can all come together and bring awareness, why not?
And then teachers, you know, like it's the clip that we showed of the teacher that was bullying the kid until he went home and blew his head off. There are teachers that can be mean.
Absolutely.
That are cruel. The same thing. You know, there are kids that cry out for all kinds of help and nobody helps them. So are we failing them as a community? Are we failing them as parents? Are we failing them? Are we just failing them at this point?
Right.
Are we failing our kids? Right. Are we not lifting them to be better? You know what I'm saying? As the parent, you can't have a behavior and expect your kid to do a different one.
Right. And that's the thing. I don't understand. You brought up a very good point because I was going to bring it up too. Like you said, teachers being mean to the kids and everything. If you don't like kids, do not become a teacher.
Right.
Period. Point blank. If you don't like kids, don't become, because there are that was very important. That is very important. Teachers do bully kids too. They make them feel stupid, make them feel like they're gonna grow up to be nothing, tearing down their self-esteem, everything. I think that is horrible. Teachers have an important job as a teacher. You're supposed to be getting and preparing. Your duty is to get them prepared for the real world as well. It's the parents' job, but it's also your job to get them prepared for the real world as well.
The world that's going to be facing. Absolutely. I mean,
exactly.
You know, but like I said, we fail them. We fail. Are we the ones failing our kids? That's the question. Are we failing the kids? And is that why their behaviors are like that? You know, people, like I said, they like to separate where they live. Oh, I live here and my life was this and my life was so hard. And, you know, and I just happen to do this and this is how my life turned out. No, your life is what you make it.
Right.
You could have made it better. There's a lot of kids that come from the projects and places and they're excellent kids. They go off to college and they become great. There's a lot of basketball players, football players. You know, it's a whole bunch of people that have made it out of the projects. So there's no excuse.
None at all.
You know, but I guarantee their mama wasn't a partner.
Right.
You going to the club, your kid with you. You're going over here. You got all these bad kids at a birthday party. They all acting bad and grown and you allowing it.
Mm-hmm.
But when do you draw the line and say, no, we're not going to do this. We're going to have a kid. My kid going to wear socks. She ain't going to be in heels with a cut off top at 5, at 6, at 7.
That's another thing I was getting ready to say.
They're wearing a 2-piece bathing suit.
I was about to say that the inappropriate way that they dress these kids now. Oh my goodness. And then post on social media. And then people just liking it and then saying things like I be looking at comments. Oh, that's her child. She can wear whatever she want to wear. That's her child. I mean, since when is it okay for a 5-year-old to have on a cutoff top or shorts
hanging out,
shorts that come up like to here?
But it's acceptable. Man, what do you do?
Then when they grow up and get pregnant and like you said, get raped and everything because you dressing them all inappropriate.
Look at the, oh my God, look at the prom dresses that some of the girls wear to the prom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about mamas is going bankrupt, buying their child a prom dress.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting the cost of a wedding dress for a prom dress.
Right.
I remember when just going to the prom was just a nice little old dress you had on that was cute. That might have cost your mom about $100. Baby, these girls out here wearing dresses that's $20,000, $1,500. I'm like, what prom are you going to?
I was about to say, why is that money not going towards
they
child's college education? Yes, you want your child to have a nice and memorable prom, but I would want my child to go to college too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you out here getting a loan, but you done spent 25 grand, drop the band.
Right.
I got to get it altered to fit her curves.
Oh no.
But the prom with a little child with another little boy.
No.
These parents get the kids the hotel room to go have the sex in on prom.
Yep.
And I just be lost for words. I'm just like, when did parents stop being parents? When did they stop just giving a damn? And when did they just stop and say, oh, I hear this all the time. Oh, me and my daughter, we cool. Oh, we go down. We 10 toes. You 10 toes down with your child. Child, grow up. What you mean? What you mean? That's the most stupidest thing somebody can say.
Right.
You're supposed to respect me as your parent.
Right.
I am not your counterpart.
Right.
There's too many years in between for us to be kicking it at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too many years in between. I'm not doing none of that. That's crazy. It's crazy. But it's the world we live in. It's America.
It is.
And it's in America a lot, because you go to these countries and these islands, you don't see crazy stuff, because these people you go to these countries, they have these kids in uniforms, honey. They in uniforms going to school. They're not going to school to know Gucci shoes that cost more than their whole entire life, because they can't know. They go to uniform. They walking down the streets with their book bags tied to a little string. They walking, they happy, and they got their little lunch bag, but they being kids though.
Right.
They being kids though. And that's the difference of the society we live in now. But if we don't stop and take a look at our kids, the young men that we're raising, the daughters that we're bringing up, and we really don't stop as a group, as an organization of people, it's going to be chaotic in 2026 and 2027.
Absolutely.
You're not telling what might come.
Right.
You know, it's getting worse with time, and it should not take people being beat up, mamas being jumped on by kids, you know, somebody killing somebody's child because they didn't slap somebody. You see, it shouldn't take all this violence. It shouldn't take all these bad things for something to say, hey, let's just stop and pay attention. You know, that lady shouldn't have had to get jumped with her kid for them to get her a house. She probably was screaming for help then. You see what I'm saying? But you don't get the light. You don't get the limelight until the drama comes with it.
Exactly.
Now, because as a state, you want to say, oh, we could help her. Let's help her. Let's come together. But she said she cried out for 2 years, though. For 2, not 1, but 2. Handsome little children, too. Little boy was just as handsome as he wanted to be.
I was about to say. It's sad.
But that was probably the problem. Did you hear when the little boy kept saying, you Shamar Moore looking ass? You know, that's envy. That's hate.
That's another thing. I was about to say, you know, the kids with the low self-esteem you want to bully somebody because they have more than you, or they look a certain way and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They all lived in the projects. All the kids lived in the projects. They lived in a neighborhood that was not of good in Chicago. But this little boy had a nice little face.
Right.
So his face is what disturbed you, because that's all the kids kept saying. And look at this Shamar Moore looking boy. And you're mad. You're envious over somebody's look, and because your household is destroyed.
Right.
And that's what made you better. People envy what they don't like. You know, people envy something that looks better, moves better, think somebody has more or less. These are the things that and even in real life with friends and relationships, people envy. And when envy is involved, that's a whole different another ball game, because envy will make you hurt somebody. Jealousy will make you hurt somebody. All these things will make you destroy people for no reason at all. You cannot. You have to be accountable at somewhere. You have to stop and say, we're gonna not do this anymore. We're gonna have parents go back to the school and stand for the kids. You see what I'm saying? And put school back in school where your kids is sitting down, and make them get suspended like they used to. So when they cause trouble in the school, you just remove them.
Exactly.
So then the next kid can learn. You see what I'm saying? So the next kid can get their education that your child is now taking from them because they can't concentrate because your kid is bullying them.
Right.
It's crazy.
It is
crazy and it's sad. It
is very sad and everything. And I hope that, like I said, that a change is being made soon. Hopefully there will be more programs and people will come and gather as a community to get some volunteer programs out and everything, bring kids together and everything, and teach kids, if the parents is not, teaching the kids at home, we come together as a community and provide some resources and stuff for kids and everything. It's just, we've got to change and we got to do better and everything and stuff like that. Because all of what I just seen with the bullying, with the kids, the murder, the kids thinking it's okay to murder and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. It's all learned behavior and everything. And you, like I said, you get on top of that immediately. That's not something you just let go.
He's a drag kid. It along and say, "Oh, yeah. I'm just going to drag it out and see how long where it end up at." No, right. While the foolishness is starting, you stop it.
And then when he bring a gun to school and then shooting up people, then
you're crazy.
That's crazy.
That's when you get their attention, though.
Exactly.
You go shooting up the place and you act ignorant and you cut off. It takes somebody's child getting raped for somebody to say my daughter shouldn't have had that on.
Right.
And then you want to be in court and sue somebody because your child come out to the whole world naked. You know what I'm saying? A 2-year-old has no business in a cutoff shirt. Mm-hmm. She has no business with heels on either. She's 2. Let her learn how to walk on her balance first. Let her get that part down back first. Big hoops in the earlobes too small to even hold the earring, and the earring is big in their ear, and you got them out here jumping all over the place, cussing out folks, and and there's nothing cute about a child cussing. You hear what I tell you? There is nothing more degrading, and it's more even worse when it's your own color doing it. It's like, in the world do you think is cute about that? There is nothing cute about that. A little girl or a little boy that can't even talk good, and he know how his first word is knowing how to say F you.
Right.
Parents, you got to do better.
Yeah, you can keep your child well groomed and appropriate. You can keep your child well groomed and appropriate and stuff like that. And like you said, the cuss words and the F you and everything, posting that on social media, thinking that that's cute and everything, but it's not going to be cute when they cussing you out when they get teenager and stuff like that. It's not going to be cute then.
And telling you this is what you taught me, so now deal with it.
Right.
Now you gonna deal with it. Parents, y'all gotta do better. You gotta pull together. You have to pull together and make it make sense. If it makes no sense to you, then it makes no sense at all. If you are in fear of your kids, there are hotlines, there are helplines, there's all kinds of things that actually will help. If you're crying out like that lady, that little boy was beating up his mother, that is sad because he grew up. He's angry about something. You don't just wake up and act like that.
Right.
It's something driving that engine. So, I hope that you all took something out of this show. I want to say this, though. It says, at the end of the day, kids don't need a camera. They need guidance. They don't need an audience. They need direction. And if we don't stop and step up as parents, teachers, neighbors, and community, we are going to lose the entire generation to the silent crisis. Mm-hmm. That is the message. Yes. That is the message you have to drive. Exactly. This is big. It should not take all this stuff to get social media going. It should be stuff that's been looked at and paid attention to before the crisis happens.
Absolutely. Get on top of it and stay on top of it.
Stay on top of it, y'all. Stay on top of it.
Stay on top of it.
Yeah. Y'all, this is Shelly Live and Leah Nicole, Unfiltered at 5. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. Please like, share, and subscribe to all of our social media handlers. They're posted everywhere. Trust me when I tell you. And take this message and make sure you understand the assignment.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you show us day in and day out. We love each and every one of you. And this is Unfiltered at 5, Shelly Live and Leah Nicole. We out. Bye.
Girls, let's talk about it. Did you hear them talking about it? Oh my God, do you know this?
Oh my God, Shani Lavelia Nicole. Shani Lavelia Nicole on a roll. Lighting up the stream, the vibe is bold. Shani Lavelia Nicole, let's go. Kicking down doors, we make some noise. Grown folks talk with truth and poise. Doing it big, turning up the flow. Shani Lavelia Nicole, you know. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavelia Nicole. Oh yeah, it's Shani Lavelia Nicole. Everywhere, it's Shani Lavelia Nicole. Oh yeah, grown talk vibes, the moment is here.
Thank you for tuning in.